Does the green-eyed monster lurk in your relationship? That suffocating feeling of jealousy that threatens to tear everything apart? If you've ever felt that pit in your stomach or been on the receiving end of a partner's insecurity, then you know how destructive jealousy can be. But what if I told you that you can tame this monster? In this video, we're revealing the hidden roots of jealousy and giving you the exact practical steps to handle it, whether it's yours or your partner's, so you can finally build the secure, trusting, and happy relationship you deserve. Stay tuned, because this is the guide you've been waiting for. Welcome back to the Relationship and Hukup Compass, your go-to guide for navigating the beautiful, often messy, and always evolving world of connections. I'm your host, Chloe, and today we are tackling a beast that has, at some point, reared its head in almost every relationship: jealousy. We're talking about the green-eyed monster, that unsettling feeling that can range from a tiny niggle of insecurity to a full-blown, all-consuming obsession. If you've ever felt that pit in your stomach when your partner talks about an ex, or when they spend a little too much time laughing with a new colleague, or even if you've been on the receiving end of a partner's jealousy, you know how destructive it can be. But here's the good news. Jealousy in relationships isn't an insurmountable problem. It's a signal, a symptom, and with the right tools and understanding, it can be managed, understood, and even transformed into an opportunity for deeper connection and relationship growth. Today, we're diving deep into the roots of jealousy, understanding its different forms, and most importantly, equipping you with practical strategies to handle jealousy, whether it's yours or your partner's. We'll explore how to overcome jealousy, how to deal with a jealous partner, and how to stop being jealous to build more secure relationships and foster healthy relationship dynamics. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's get started on taming the green-eyed monster. Before we can effectively manage jealousy, we need to understand where it comes from. It's rarely just about the other person. It's often a reflection of something deeper within ourselves or within the relationship dynamic. First off, let's distinguish between envy and jealousy. While often used interchangeably, they're different. Envy is wanting what someone else has: their success, their car, their talent. Jealousy, on the other hand, is the fear of losing something you already possess, or the fear of a perceived threat to a valued relationship. It's about protecting your emotional territory, your relationship security. So, what are some of the common roots of jealousy? Insecurity and low self-esteem. This is probably the biggest driver of jealousy. When we don't feel good enough, worthy enough, or lovable enough, we constantly feared that our partner will find someone better. We project our own feelings of inadequacy onto the situation. If you're struggling with low self-esteem, you might find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, seeking reassurance, and interpreting innocent interactions as threats. This often manifests as insecurity in relationships. 2. Past traumas and betrayals. If you've been cheated on in a previous relationship, or if you grew up in an environment where trust was consistently broken, you might carry that baggage into your current relationship. Your brain is essentially wired to protect you from similar pain, leading to heightened jealousy, even when there's no real threat. This is a common cause of trust issues in relationships. 3. Fear of abandonment. For some, jealousy stems from a deep-seated fear of being alone, of being left behind. This can be rooted in early childhood experiences or even an insecure attachment style. The thought of your partner finding someone else triggers primal fears of isolation and rejection. This often links to attachment styles and anxiety in relationships. 4. Control issues. Sometimes jealousy can be a manifestation of a need for control. If you feel a lack of control in other areas of your life, you might try to exert it over your partner and the relationship. This can lead to possessiveness and an attempt to restrict your partner's freedom, which is a sign of unhealthy relationship patterns. 5. Relationship imbalance. If one partner consistently feels less valued, less heard, or less prioritized, jealousy can arise. It's a cry for attention and affirmation, a signal that something in the relationship dynamics needs rebalancing. 6. Cultural and societal influences. Let's be honest, media often portrays jealousy as a sign of love or passion. Think about all those romantic comedies where the jealous partner is ultimately seen as desirable. This can subtly influence our perceptions and make us believe that a little jealousy is normal or even cute, when in reality, it can be deeply damaging. We need to challenge these relationship myths. Understanding these roots is crucial because it helps us move beyond simply reacting to the feeling and instead address the underlying cause. It's about shifting from blame to understanding, from panic to proactive solutions for managing emotions. Now, let's get practical. If you're the one struggling with the green-eyed monster, here are some powerful strategies to help you overcome jealousy and build self-confidence in relationships. 1. Acknowledge and interrogate the feeling. The first step is to simply acknowledge that you're feeling jealous. Don't judge yourself for it. Then, become a detective. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way right now? What specifically triggered it? Is there actual evidence of a threat? Or is this my insecurity speaking? Often, just identifying the trigger can reduce its power. This is about emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Challenge your thoughts. Our minds can be masters of fiction, especially when jealousy is involved. We jump to conclusions, create worst-case scenarios, and assume the worst intentions. When a jealous thought arises, actively challenge it. Is it true? What's the evidence? Are there alternative explanations? Practice cognitive restructuring, replacing negative, irrational thoughts with more balanced, realistic ones. For example, instead of, they're laughing with that person, they must be attracted to them, try, my partner is allowed to have friends and enjoy conversations with others. It doesn't diminish their feelings for me. This is key for overcoming insecure thoughts. Focus on building self-esteem and self-worth. This is a long-term but incredibly effective strategy. When you truly value yourself, you're less likely to seek external validation or fear inadequacy. Engage in activities that make you feel good about yourself. Set personal goals and celebrate your achievements. Consider therapy or counseling if low self-esteem is a persistent issue. This is fundamental for personal growth and relationship happiness. Communicate openly and honestly with your partner. This is perhaps the most vital step. If you're feeling jealous, express it to your partner in a calm and non-accusatory way. Use I statements. For example, I've been feeling a bit insecure lately when you talk about your ex, and I'm working through it. Rather than, you make me feel jealous when you talk about your ex. A supportive partner can offer reassurance and help you understand their perspective, fostering open communication in relationships. 5. Set healthy boundaries. Sometimes jealousy can stem from a lack of clear boundaries in the relationship. Discuss what feels comfortable for both of you regarding interactions with others, social media, and personal space. Healthy boundaries are about mutual respect and trust, not control. 6. Practice mindfulness and self-soothing techniques. When jealousy strikes, it can feel overwhelming. Learn techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or grounding exercises to calm your nervous system. These help you observe your feelings without being consumed by them. This promotes emotional regulation. 7. Avoid snooping and obsessive checking. This is a trap that many fall into. Checking phones, social media, or constantly questioning your partner's whereabouts only fuels the jealousy and erodes trust. It's a temporary fix that ultimately causes more harm than good. This leads to relationship problems. 8. Seek professional help. If your jealousy is chronic, debilitating, and impacting your daily life or relationships significantly, don't hesitate to seek the help of a therapist or counselor. They can help you uncover deeper issues and develop personalized coping mechanisms. This is a path to healing relationship wounds. Remember, overcoming jealousy is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and challenging days. Be patient and kind to yourself. Now, what if you're on the receiving end of a partner's jealousy? This can be incredibly frustrating, exhausting, and even frightening. It's crucial to address it constructively and protect your own well-being. This requires empathy and firmness. 1. Don't dismiss their feelings, but don't tolerate unacceptable behavior. It's important to acknowledge that your partner is feeling something, even if you don't understand it or agree with it. Say something like, "I can see that you're upset, insecure right now." However, this doesn't mean you have to tolerate controlling behavior, accusations, or constant questioning. Clearly communicate that their actions are damaging the trust in the relationship. This is about setting healthy boundaries. Provide reassurance within reason. If your partner's jealousy stems from insecurity, offering genuine reassurance can be helpful. Remind them of your love, commitment, and why you choose them. However, be mindful not to constantly walk on eggshells or sacrifice your own friendships and activities to appease their jealousy. Constant reassurance without addressing the root cause can be enabling. This is about building trust. 3. Encourage self-reflection and personal growth. Gently encourage your partner to explore the roots of their jealousy. You might suggest resources, articles, or even therapy. Frame it as something that will benefit them and their well-being, not just the relationship. For example, "I love you, and I want us to have a truly secure and happy relationship. I think exploring why you feel this way could really help us both." This encourages individual growth. 4. Maintain your independence and boundaries. This is absolutely critical. Do not give up your friends, hobbies, or social life to placate a jealous partner. This only reinforces their controlling behavior and erodes your sense of self. Clearly communicate your need for personal space and autonomy. Say things like, "I love spending time with you, but I also need time with my friends," or "I will not stop pursuing my passions because of your discomfort." This is about respect in relationships and personal autonomy. 5. Be transparent and consistent, but not accountable for their feelings. Live a life that is open and consistent with your words. If you say you're going somewhere, go there. If you're honest about who you're with, continue to be. Your actions build trust. However, understand that you are not responsible for their feelings of jealousy. Their feelings are theirs to manage. You can support, but you cannot fix. This is about trust and honesty. 6. Address specific triggers. If there are specific situations that always trigger their jealousy, discuss them. Perhaps they get insecure when you go out with a particular friend or when you use your phone late at night. Without giving in to unreasonable demands, see if there are small adjustments you can make together to alleviate some of their anxiety, while still maintaining your boundaries. For example, you might say, "I understand you feel anxious when I'm out late. Could we try checking in with a quick text when I get home so you know I'm safe?" This can help with conflict resolution. 7. Recognize red flags and when to seek help. If your partner's jealousy escalates into controlling behavior, isolation, accusations, emotional abuse, or any form of abuse, this is a major red flag. Unhealthy jealousy can be a precursor to more serious issues. In such cases, your safety and well being are paramount. Seek help from trusted friends, family, or professional domestic violence resources. Remember, relationship red flags should never be ignored. This is about safety in relationships. 8. Couples counseling. If both partners are committed to addressing the jealousy and its impact, couples counseling can be incredibly beneficial. A neutral third party can help facilitate difficult conversations, provide tools for communication, and uncover underlying issues. This is a path to relationship healing. Ultimately, taming the green-eyed monster, whether it's your own or your partner's, comes down to building a strong foundation of trust, communication, and respect. Trust. Trust is the bedrock of any healthy relationship. It's built through consistency, honesty, and reliability. When trust is strong, the need for jealousy diminishes because there's a fundamental belief in your partner's loyalty and commitment. Cultivating mutual trust is a continuous process. Communication. Open and honest communication is the oxygen of a relationship. It means feeling safe enough to express your feelings, needs, and insecurities without fear of judgment or retaliation. It also means actively listening to your partner, truly hearing their perspective. When communication is strong, misinterpretations decrease, and anxieties can be addressed before they fester into full-blown jealousy. This includes active listening and vulnerable communication. Respect. Respect for each other's individuality, autonomy, and personal space is non-negotiable. A truly secure relationship allows both partners to flourish as individuals while also growing together. When there's mutual respect, there's no need for control, and therefore less ground for jealousy to take root. This is about mutual respect in relationships. Remember, jealousy isn't inherently evil. It's an emotion, a signal. The key is how we choose to respond to that signal. Do we let it consume us and destroy our relationships, or do we use it as an opportunity for self-reflection, growth, and ultimately a deeper, more secure connection? All right, my incredible listeners, let's quickly recap the essential points we've covered today on taming the green-eyed monster, how to handle jealousy in relationships. We started by understanding that jealousy is the fear of losing something you value, often stemming from insecurity, past traumas, fear of abandonment, control issues, or relationship imbalances. Recognizing these roots is the first step toward effective management. If you're grappling with your own jealousy, acknowledge and interrogate the feeling rather than suppressing it. Challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with realistic ones. Prioritize building self-esteem and self-worth. Communicate openly and honestly with your partner using I statements. Set healthy boundaries for yourself and the relationship. Practice mindfulness and self-soothing techniques. Avoid obsessive checking and snooping. And don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. If you're dealing with a jealous partner, acknowledge their feelings, but do not tolerate unacceptable or controlling behavior. Offer reassurance when appropriate, but remember, you are not responsible for their feelings. Encourage self-reflection and personal growth in your partner. Crucially, maintain your independence and boundaries. Be transparent and consistent in your actions. Address specific triggers constructively. And always recognize red flags and seek help if the jealousy escalates into abuse. Consider couples counseling for joint resolution. Ultimately, taming the green-eyed monster is about building a foundation of trust, open communication, and mutual respect in your relationship. It's about cultivating security in relationships and empowering both individuals to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Relationship and Hukup Compass. I truly hope this episode has provided you with valuable insights and practical tools to navigate the complexities of jealousy. Remember, your relationships deserve to be built on a foundation of trust, love, and security. All right, legends, if you got some value from this chat, smash that like button to show some love. And hey, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway or share the best dating advice you've ever received. Let's swab some wisdom in the comments. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss a juicy wisdom of our love, dating, and relationship talks. Trust me, you're going to want to be here for what's coming next. Also, don't forget to share it with a sister, your younger self who needs this. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Stay bold, stay kind, and remember, love favors the brave. Until next time, keep navigating your relationships with compassion, understanding, and a whole lot of love. See you soon.